Hey everybody, this is Laughcraft episode 5. Today we're going to be talking about Mafia Trilogy. They're remaking the whole games. Also, that EA is going to start supporting the Switch again. They said they're going to bring more games. And then a little bit about our week. So we'll start right off with Mafia Trilogy. It looks like a fun game. I've actually never played it. But it came out back on the Xbox 360, the first one did. And then the next two are also on PC and Xbox One and PS4. So it looks pretty interesting. I don't know what you think about it, Jonathan, with Mafia games.
Well, I know nothing really about Mafia. You're going to have to tell me more. And probably some people out there don't even know what that is as well, so it'd probably be useful for you to give us a little bit of an explanation.
About Mafia?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so essentially, you're in the 1930s in Lost Haven. You were hit hard by the Great Depression, and so essentially you're going around this town, and you're terrorizing it, and it's basically GTA, but you're a gangster.
Okay,
that's how we're gonna coin it.
Okay, it's totally just a game for you then, because I'm not really interested. I've played GTA once, and I'm just like, this is stupid. I don't want to play it.
I feel that. Yeah, it's not for everybody. GTA is not for me either, but this looked interesting, so maybe it's just the time frame. I don't know.
Like always, I will let you try it out, and you can let me know whether it's any good or not.
I feel like that's a lot of games. You just let me try it out, and if you think you like it, you buy it. So, I mean, I'm kind of your guinea pig if we're talking about it.
If anybody's out there, always find yourself a guinea pig to find out which games are worth it and which games are not. It saves you a lot of money in the long run.
Bro, because Xenoblade Chronicles is coming out, and you're not even getting that until after I play it. So, I mean,
we've discussed this.
It is what it is. Man, I'm so excited for that game, by the way. It comes out next week. I should be getting it Friday in the mail from Amazon. Hopefully they don't mess up my shipment, but I'm looking forward to it because it's supposed to be like a 100+ hour game. So I'm looking forward to diving into that because all I've been playing lately is Animal Crossing. So
all I'm going to hear for the next few days is you saying Xenoblade is great or Xenoblade sucked. I went back to Animal Crossing.
I mean, I'll probably play both interchangeably, but, can't go wrong with a RPG that looks stellar, so.
Okay. I mean, we've already discussed Xenoblade, so I'm kind of just wondering when the games that we're excited for when we first originally started this podcast are going to be coming out.
True. I wonder if, all the COVID stuff kind of pushed those games back.
I hope
because,
not.
they were supposed to be slated for summer. So, I mean, maybe they really did push them back.
I'll be so disappointed.
Although summer is just starting, so I guess we really have 2 more months really to kind of see what happens.
I just can't believe it's been 10 weeks now that I've been out of office. I'm just like, wow, this has extended for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've just been kind of chilling at home. And I'm supposed to start back my graduate schoolwork in June and then also start back work in June. So it's kind of like I get this little short break, but I mean, I'll be working online and from home. So it's a little weird. So,
well, I mean, it gives you time to be patient and play a bunch of video games in the meantime until you go back into your program.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm going to play a crap ton of video games and also, taking some more Udemy courses. So, just kind of trying to improve and get better each day. So,
yeah. How's that Android class treating you? You can build an Android app yet?
I'm getting closer. I made a currency converter 2 days ago. I took a little small break to learn Affinity Designer, but I think I'm back into it now. We just started diving into Java, hands deep, so I'm kind of learning the basics of that. And then I think at the end of this section, I learned how to make no, it's not this section. It's the next that I learned how to make a copy of Super Mario Run that came out for the iOS and Android devices. So I'm looking forward to making that. I think that kind of will push me to the next level of making my first app and putting on Google Play Store. So.
I can so see you making some kind of small little game to be put out on the App Store in a few months. If that happens, please let us know. I'll give it a whirl.
Definitely, man. I'm going to be posting it all over Twitter and Instagram and wherever else I need to post it because, I'm tired of this 9 to 5. So.
Okay, but what person isn't tired of the 9 to 5?
True. And I don't really even have a 9 to 5. It's mostly 9 to 2, and then I kind of like go to class and then I do my own thing. So, but I don't want to get a 9 to 5. So,
trust me, it's not as great as everybody puts it out to be. Not saying that I don't appreciate my work. I'm just saying I enjoy my freedom working from home. I really don't want to go back into the office.
For sure, man. Working remotely is going to be the new thing, hopefully.
Oh, fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, we'll see if your job adopts it. So
at this point, I don't know. Like, I think the whole corporate world is kind of shook at how this all went down, and they're also wondering because in some companies productivity has gone up. They're like, well, why don't we just all work from home? We don't have to pay for a building.
Yeah, I think I sent you an article earlier about Shopify, not article. It was a tweet about Shopify, going fully online and kind of revamping their entire system and might not go back into the office for the foreseeable future. So, I mean, I think companies like Shopify, maybe, I don't know, Alibaba, those kind of companies are going to kind of go mostly online and kind of shift off of being in a building. So.
I look forward to seeing what the future holds, for sure.
For sure. It's definitely, this whole thing has definitely changed our way of living for sure. So.
Yeah. So what games, I know that you were talking to me earlier about EA coming out with some kind of games for the Switch. Are you talking about like FIFA or are you talking about more of football?
Yeah. So EA talked about how they're going to bring more games to the Switch. They didn't say which specific games are going to come to the Switch. So people think it's going to be like FIFA and Madden, which we already have FIFA, but it's kind of like a legacy edition, which means it's kind of stripped down everything that makes FIFA so great. So no like Ultimate Team in FIFA, that type of stuff. So it's kind of just the basic single player. That's kind of what legacy edition is. So I think, Switch owners, especially people that love those games like FIFA and Madden and Mass Effect, those kind of games that are EA is known for, I think they really want EA to bring the full games to Switch, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen because there's been kind of some bad blood in recent years with EA and Nintendo. So,
see, I know nothing about the drama and the backstory. I'm like, wait, why can't I play FIFA with my friends on Switch? But I mean, like, this is good news. I would love to see some kind of sport besides bowling on the Switch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we already have 2K, which is one of the top basketball games. Basketball companies for video games. Bring a full FIFA game would be great because I know we're missing like the full single player and that type of stuff because we have just kind of the basic local multiplayer for FIFA, which is the stripped down version, and no one wants that. So I think if EA jumps in and really supports the Switch, instead of, saying that the other systems are better or whatever, I think they'll actually see sales, but I don't know if EA is smart enough to really support the Switch like it should. So.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. It's just really interesting because a couple years ago, EA was like, the other systems are better. We're not going to support the Switch. So it's just interesting to see kind of how the Switch selling over 50 million units now kind of changes their mind. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's all about the money, and they're gonna go after the systems that are selling the most.
yeah, that's the key. So if Switch keeps on like boom, wow. If Switch keeps on like rock,
I'm just gonna start selling stuff like boom.
That's how you should sell it, okay? So I mean, like hotcakes is what I wanted to say. I think more companies are going to jump in and really kind of develop games from the ground up for the Switch. So,
I mean, like, I'm excited. We'll see.
Same. Man, I love playing games portably, so the Switch is kind of the top system. So
it is the only system, unless you want to play mobile games. But half the time that you're playing mobile games, you're being sold something on it. Everybody's trying to make their money through it. So
True.
When it comes to playing mobily, yeah, it's the Switch. Unless you want to bring your whole Xbox One or the new Xbox coming out along with you, but you have to bring a briefcase, and nah, it's just not worth it. Switch is the way to go when it comes to mobile games.
Definitely. You can bring the Switch on an airplane, on trains, on kind of any form of travel. So the Switch is kind of that bread and butter, and it's got some of the best console games in Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, and now Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm hyping it up. I've never even played it, but I think, it's got these games that are really kind of the best, are big sandbox games, and it's going to take over. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, what have you been doing lately, Jonathan, this week and
work?
Looking forward.
I feel like this question's always asked, and I'm always answering, I'm working. I am working consistently. Lately, I've been working on graphics designs for my website that I've been building up. More on that at a later date once I have it stored up. But it's basically going to be a big financial website for people to go to and be able to do some kind of finances. I'll explain more later on.
Yeah, and I've been loving the designs lately. You've been showing me about your website, so I'm really hyped to see that get off the ground. I know it's going to do big things for you, so especially with all the time and effort you put into it. So I'm really excited to see the finished product when it comes out, and I'll be telling people to go to it. So
look forward to it.
Definitely. Maybe you'll teach me some financial advice too.
I mean, like, that's the whole basis behind the websites, is being able to teach somebody that didn't maybe major in finance how to like deal with their personal finances and things to look at whenever you're like maybe going and buying a home or whatever.
For sure.
I promise you, I will make it more entertaining than what I just said.
Hey, you can make anything exciting if you just get excited about it. So.
Or as long as you have coffee in your system. So
coffee, who needs that? Sweet tea is the way to go. Or Code Red Mountain Dew.
Okay, so. That is your addiction though. Code Red Mountain Dew and you're up all night.
Either of those, and you'll just be your task will be streamlined, your life will be great. So I mean, I think
sweet tea down here in Georgia is it's amazing, but at the same time you got to think of how much sugar you're consuming. I used to work at a restaurant, and the amount of sugar that we put into the sweet tea was ridiculous. I'm like, y'all are nuts.
What I like to say is that calories don't count when you're drinking sweet tea.
Okay.
So, the sugar consumption doesn't count either. So
that's like saying, oh, I go to Chick-fil-A and it doesn't count because it's the Lord's calories. That's not the case.
I mean, true. I mean, I've never heard a more accurate statement. So
I can't.
I eat Chick-fil-A like once a week, I feel like, at this point. And number one, their drive-thru is so efficient that it just blows my mind. Number two, it's just that good. So if calories don't count, I mean, it's a win-win.
Okay. See, and now you have me craving Chick-fil-A.
Oh, man.
We might actually have to go do that tomorrow after we play disc golf.
Bro, it's good. Get you some fries. Get you a milkshake. It will change your life. It really will.
I feel bad for the people that don't have Chick-fil-A in their lives.
True. That's
Like, can you imagine? Like, I don't know where all Chick-fil-A is located at, but can you imagine living in one of those out of states, and just being like, "Oh, I've never had Chick-fil-A," and they're missing out. That's really what it is.
That's a lot of northern states. I mean, they just made one in New York a couple years ago, about 3 years ago, I think. So they're just now experiencing Chick-fil-A for the first time. And from what I've heard, it's always packed. So even in the north, it's packed.
They're poor souls. They don't know what the Lord's calories are.
True. Well, I think we hit our ending of the episode. We're at kind of 16 minutes here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let us know how we can do better. Just help us improve because we want to make this podcast the best it can be. So, any ending thoughts, Jonathan?
I hate this question week after week. I really am starting to hate this question. No, but in all seriousness, I just want to say thanks if you took the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. We do appreciate any feedback that you can give us, and we honestly do go back and read any comments posted on any of the social medias that you guys are hearing or listening to this podcast. So if you take time out of your day, we'll take time out of our own and write back to you. Thank you so much.
Yep, as always, adios.
Bye.